The ancient Stoics believed the first thought you have upon waking is the single most important decision of your day. Think about that for a moment. That first sliver of consciousness, before the notifications, before the to-do list, before the world gets its claws into you, is a sacred space. It's a blank canvas. But what are you painting on it? Are you painting your anxieties, your resentments, your fears from yesterday? Or are you setting an intention that will fortify you against the coming storm? The truth is, most people are already defeated before their feet even touch the floor. They don't wake up, they just reboot. Their minds are immediately hijacked by the noise, the pressure, the pings and the dings. They're reacting, not living. They are passengers in their own lives, letting the chaos of the external world steer them toward anxiety, stress, and burnout. And the biggest tragedy? They don't even realize it's a choice. You are not your thoughts, you are the observer of them. That choice is the bedrock of Stoic practice. It's not a dusty old philosophy for academics, it's a survival kit for the modern world. It's a mental fortress that the noise of daily life simply cannot penetrate. What if I told you that by consciously directing your mind for just a few minutes each morning, you could completely rewrite the narrative of your entire day? You could stop surviving and start thriving, not by changing the world around you, but by changing the world within you. Let's start with the bedrock. I am grateful to be here. When you wake up and the first thought is, I am grateful to be here, you're not ignoring your problems. You're fundamentally changing your relationship with them. You are choosing to see the miracle of existence before you see the stress of the job. You are recognizing that you didn't earn this day, it was given to you. And that's a powerful, humbling realization, because life isn't a guarantee. One unexpected event, a diagnosis, an accident, a loss, can flip your world upside down in an instant. Most of us forget how fragile this all is. We complain about traffic, we seethe over a coworker's comment, we panic over a deadline. We coast through our days, taking everything for granted until the rug is pulled out from under us. But if you start your day from a place of deep, fundamental gratitude, you don't have to wait for that rug to be pulled to appreciate the ground beneath your feet. You don't need a fancy journal, a perfect meditation app, or a 10-step morning routine. You just need one clean, simple, profound thought. This is enough. This moment is enough. When you operate from that seed of enoughness, you grow into a person who isn't constantly chasing validation or running from problems. You start approaching your day with a quieter kind of strength, the kind rooted in stillness, not speed. There's a world of difference between starting your day from pressure and starting it from purpose. One feels like you're already drowning. The other feels like clarity, like a compass that's been set true. When you wake up with gratitude, you stop chasing peace all day long because you've already started with it. Think of it like tuning an instrument. When your inner frequency is tuned to appreciation, the things that normally rattle you, the traffic, the delays, the interruptions, they lose their grip on you. You're not reacting from a place of lack, so you're not caught off guard. So now that we've anchored ourselves with gratitude, let's talk about the weight we're all carrying. You've felt it. It's the heaviness you drag into a new day before you've even done anything. It's the ghost of yesterday's failures, embarrassments, and conversations that keep playing on a loop in your head. We carry way too much. We are like travelers trying to hike a mountain while still pulling a suitcase full of bricks from the last town we visited. And it's not just our own baggage, is it? We absorb other people's moods, their criticisms, their expectations. So start here. Remind yourself every morning, Yesterday does not own me. Say it like you mean it. Say it like your peace depends on it, because it does. That one sentence might not erase the past, but it draws a boundary between what happened and who you are choosing to become now. And that boundary, that is freedom. That is your reset button. A wise thinker once observed that we are not what happened to us, we are what we choose to become. That line is pure gold, because what happened yesterday can explain your pain, but it does not have the right to define your path. You get to decide what story you're telling yourself today. You get to decide whether you carry shame or strength. But at some point, you have to close the book on that old chapter and start writing the next one. Let go of who you think you were to become who you are meant to be. Every day is like a fresh journal page. But if you keep scribbling yesterday's story on today's page, you never get to write anything new. That's why letting go isn't a sign of weakness. It's the epitome of wisdom. It's emotional discipline. It's the decision to say, I won't waste today fighting battles I've already lost, or trying to fix things that no longer exist. Now we've learned to appreciate the gift of today and release the anchor of yesterday. So what's the most important thing to do with this fresh, unburdened present? We have to take control of it. We have to stop letting the world's chaos direct our internal state. You have to claim your sovereign territory. It's easy to feel like life is spinning out of control. One moment you're sipping coffee, the next you're drowning in texts, news updates, messages, and meetings. Your mind opens its own browser tabs, and you're not thinking anymore. You're being thought. You're reacting. You're chasing every feeling, every worry, every what if. It's exhausting, and it's a trap. The Stoics saw this coming centuries ago. They knew that the chaos outside isn't nearly as dangerous as the chaos inside. As one great Roman emperor said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. That right there is the core of all personal power, not in controlling others, not in controlling every outcome, but in controlling the only thing you ever really could, your own response. And that's where your morning comes in. Before the world wakes up and starts screaming, there's this tiny window of silence, a pause. What you do in that pause sets the tone for everything. So here's your anchor. I control my mind. Say it before you check your phone. Say it before your thoughts start spinning. Say it with conviction, because when you claim that truth early, you build a shield that lasts all day. The philosopher who explored the depths of the psyche once wrote, "Who looks outside, dreams, who looks inside, awakens." That's not just poetry, it's a blueprint. Most people go through their day completely outward focused, pulled by noise, comparison, and ego. But the moment you shift your gaze inward, even for 60 seconds, you start to wake up. Here's a simple practice you can try. First thing in the morning, sit still for 1 minute. Nothing fancy, no music, no scrolling, just you and your breath. Inhale slowly. Exhale slower. And as the thoughts come, and they will, let them pass like clouds. Don't grab onto them. Don't judge them. Just breathe. That space between stimulus and response, that's where your power lives. That's where you remember, I am not my thoughts. I am the one watching them. The greatest victory is to conquer yourself, not your job, not your schedule, not your inbox. Yourself, and that victory starts in your head. Every time you catch yourself spiraling, overthinking, or reacting, you've got a choice. Will you let your mind drag you, or will you direct it? Will you be the driver or just the passenger? And look, this isn't about becoming some monk on a mountain. It's about practical control in a loud world. It's about choosing your mood instead of being hijacked by it. You don't have to answer every call. You don't have to feed every fear. Peace isn't passive, it's a decision. And the more you decide to claim it, the more natural it becomes. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. And the new starts with you saying, "This is the direction I'm moving in. This is the tone I'm setting. This is the mindset I choose." Because your mindset isn't something you inherit, it's something you train. And the science backs this up. Your brain isn't fixed, it's plastic. It rewires itself based on what you focus on. If you spend all morning reacting and doom scrolling, your brain gets better at stress. But if you spend your mornings anchoring, breathing, and choosing, your brain gets better at calm. You don't become mentally strong overnight. You become it by choosing the same intention every single morning. I control my mind. That's your rep. That's your discipline. And like lifting a weight, it gets easier with time. So the next time your mind starts pulling you toward doubt, anger, or distraction, pause, breathe, and remember, just because the thought showed up doesn't mean you have to follow it. Just because something is loud doesn't mean it's true. Your inner voice, when trained, is stronger than all the outer noise combined. You just have to choose it. And when you've mastered the chaos of your own mind, you can begin to shift the energy of the world around you. This is where true strength becomes magnetic. Think about someone in your life who feels safe. They walk into a room and the tension drops. They don't need to be loud or dominate the conversation. Their presence is grounding. What's their secret? It's not status or money. It's a simple yet profound choice. It's kindness. Not the performative, have a nice day kind, but deep, authentic kindness rooted in inner strength. Now, this might sound counterintuitive. We often mistake harshness for strength, but the Stoics understood that the strongest person isn't the one who controls others, it's the one who controls themselves. And kindness is a form of self-mastery. It means you have developed enough awareness to pause before reacting, enough humility to listen before judging, and enough courage to extend grace even when it's not deserved. It's a superpower, not a weakness. True strength is measured by the gentleness you can afford. A famous thinker once said that knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. That hits hard, doesn't it? Because we all have that inner storm, the insecurities, the pain, the fear, and when we see it in others, we often forget they are battling their own version of what we're dealing with. Kindness bridges that gap. It's not about being overly positive or pretending everything's okay. It's about choosing to see the humanity in people, even when it's buried under layers of defensiveness. Start your day with that mindset, and you'll feel the shift. You'll speak softer, not because you're weak, but because you don't need to shout to be heard. You'll react slower, not because you're indifferent, but because you value peace more than being right. And you'll lead with patience, not because you don't care, but because you understand that transformation takes time. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. And it's the truth. Most of the pain people project has nothing to do with you. It's their own wounds. When you operate from that awareness, you don't take things so personally. You start to see beyond the surface. Kindness doesn't mean excusing bad behavior, but it does mean responding with clarity instead of ego. And here's a powerful practical step. Every morning, visualize one kind thing you'll do that day. It could be complimenting someone who seems down, pausing to really listen, sending a text to a friend just to say you're thinking of them. It doesn't matter how small it is, it adds up. It might be the only good thing someone experiences that day. And the wild part? it will probably do more for you than it does for them. Because every kind action reinforces your identity as someone who leads with intention, not impulse. The Stoics weren't soft, they were warriors of the mind. They faced hardship, betrayal, and loss, and still believed in leading with virtue. To them, kindness wasn't an accessory, it was core. It was the foundation of a life well lived. And when you understand that, you stop looking for applause. You stop trying to prove your worth. You just live it, quietly, consistently, completely. Now we come to the final, and perhaps most profound truth to tell yourself. Have you ever blinked and realized an entire week just flew by? Not in a beautiful, poetic way, but in a slightly disorienting, where did the time go? Way, 1 minute you're sipping your morning coffee, and the next you're buried under a mountain of notifications, meetings, and responsibilities you barely remember agreeing to. The day ran away without asking permission, and you're stuck trying to catch up. That's modern life for most of us, fast, loud, and demanding. But here's a blade that cuts through all that noise. Everything is temporary. And that truth isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to wake you up. The stress? Temporary. The pressure? Temporary. Even the joy and the good stuff? It too is passing. And that's exactly what makes it so precious. The Stoics practiced memento mori, a daily reminder of mortality, not to be dark or depressing, but to be aware. Because when you realize nothing is guaranteed, not tomorrow, not even the next hour, you start treating the present moment with more respect. Time is the moving image of eternity. That hits differently when you think about how little of it we actually use well. So much of our time is spent either regretting the past or worrying about the future. We rarely just are. But presence is a skill, a discipline. A deep thinker believed the ability to be in the present moment is a major component of mental wellness. And it makes sense, doesn't it? Most of our anxiety lives in the future. Most of our sorrow lives in the past. The present? That's where your feet actually are. That's where the breath lives. That's where power exists. But we are so distracted, we miss it. We miss the sunlight streaming through the window, the taste of our breakfast, the way the air feels right before a rainstorm. These small moments, overlooked by many, are everything. Are you so busy waiting for the big moments that you're completely missing the richness of the small ones? So here is your daily reminder. Everything is temporary, so I will enjoy this moment. Not tomorrow. Not later. Now, this cup of coffee. This quiet space before the day begins. This conversation you're having with a friend, where for once nobody's checking their phone. Life isn't waiting to start. It's happening right now. And if you're not fully in it, you're not just missing time. You're missing your life. The ancient philosophers talked of flourishing, of living a good and meaningful life. They didn't tie that to some distant goal or external success. They tied it to virtue in action, how you live each moment, how you show up with integrity, awareness, and intention. Enjoying the present doesn't mean ignoring your responsibilities. It means learning how to fully experience whatever moment you're in, even the messy ones. I know, presence is hard. It's much easier to distract yourself, to stay busy, to always think about what's next, because sitting still with yourself, that's where the real work begins. The Stoics called this inner stillness, a kind of serene calm that isn't shaken by the outside world. And one of the fastest ways to tap into that calm is to slow down and notice the moment you're in. Whether it's brushing your teeth or watching the wind move through the trees, let yourself be there. And look, this isn't about pretending life isn't stressful. It absolutely is. The world will continue to move fast. People will continue to pull at your time and energy. But when you practice presence, you stop giving your power away. You stop being ruled by urgency, and instead you choose clarity. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. That's it. Not just surviving, but enjoying. And enjoyment doesn't have to be loud or dramatic. It can be found in stillness, in quiet appreciation, in the pause between things. So tomorrow, or even right now, pause, take one deep breath. Feel it travel through your chest. Notice where your feet are. Not the version of you that is planning or regretting. Just you. Here. The truth is, it doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing if you can't be present. Nothing will satisfy you. Not success, not status, not escape. That's why presence isn't optional, it's essential. You want more fulfillment, more connection, more peace. It doesn't come from doing more, it comes from noticing more. It comes from paying attention. It comes from choosing to enjoy the little things while they're happening, instead of missing them and wishing you'd paid attention. This moment, this one right here, is already slipping away, not in a dramatic way, just quietly, like it always does. So hold it a little longer, appreciate it a little deeper, and remind yourself often, everything is temporary, so I will enjoy this moment. That mindset doesn't just slow down time, it stretches it. It makes it richer, more meaningful. And over time, you begin to realize that this moment was never small. It was everything. You just needed to notice it. As you move through today, whatever it holds, carry this with you. Peace isn't found in the next moment. It's found in this one, right here, right now. If this resonated with you, there's another video waiting on screen that dives even deeper into building a life rooted in stillness, clarity, and inner strength. I think you'll find it incredibly powerful. Thank you for being here and for being a part of this journey to forge a stronger mind. I'd love to hear from you, so please share in the comments. Which of these 5 truths spoke to you the loudest today? It helps us all build a deeper community of intentional living.